When Isaac got old, he could no longer see. He was totally blind.
Hey! Isaac! Hey!
One day, Isaac said to Esau, "My son, since you are the eldest, I want to give you my blessing. But first, go hunting and make me a stew as I like. Then I will give you my blessing."
Okay.
Rebekah had heard what Isaac had said to Esau. When Esau left, she went to Jacob and said,
Hey!
"Your father is going to give his blessing to Esau. I want that to be only for you. Go and look for 2 of your best goats. I will prepare them exactly as Isaac likes them. Then you will bring the stew to your father, and it will be you who receives his blessing, and not your brother." And Jacob said to him, "But Esau is hairy, and I am not. If my father touches me, he will realize that I am deceiving him, and this will cause him to curse me instead of blessing me. My son, let that curse fall upon me," his mother replied. "Just do what I ask of you." And Jacob did as his mother asked. When the meal was ready, Rebekah stuck goat skin on Jacob to make him feel like Esau's hairy skin. And Jacob entered his father's room. "How did you find food so fast, my son?" asked Isaac. "The Lord helped me." "Your voice is like Jacob's." "Come here, come closer," Isaac told him. He touched him and felt the hair of the goat skin. "But I feel like Esau," Jacob said. Then Isaac tasted the food Jacob gave him. "Ah," Isaac said, "here you have your blessing." The blessing was something very special. Isaac knew that God was listening. He asked God to make his son rich and to make other people, including his brother, serve Jacob. He asked God to bless all who were good to his son and to take care of him from the bad.
Amen.
When Isaac had finished praying, Jacob came out of the room. Soon after, Esau returned from his hunting trip. He rushed to his father's room, and Isaac said to him, "Esau, why are you back again?" "But if this is the first time I've come," Esau told him. "Ah, so that must have been Jacob." "Esau, your brother stole your blessing." Esau couldn't believe that his younger brother had cheated him a second time. The first time, Jacob had taken over his birthright, and now Jacob had stolen his blessing also. "My father, don't you have another blessing for me? Bless me too!" Esau raised his voice and wept. And Isaac blessed him with little. "You shall live and serve your brother, but when you become restless, you will remove his yoke from your neck." Esau was so distressed and furious, so furious that he decided to kill his brother. Rebekah discovered Esau's plan and ran to Jacob and warned him. "Jacob, quickly! You will have to go very far. Esau wants to kill you. Go and stay at my brother Laban's house until the anger passes Esau," Rebekah told him. Jacob packed up his things, said goodbye quickly, and then left for the wilderness. When Esau found out Jacob was gone, he knew that it was futile to try to pursue him. So he stayed with his parents and took care of them when they got old. Esau didn't have his father's blessing, but he knew it was an honor to take care of his parents as they aged. Meanwhile, Jacob left where his mother told him to go, but he was totally alone in the wilderness. When he arrived at a certain place, he stopped for the night because it was already getting dark, and he took a stone and used it as a pillow. And there, he dreamed that there was a huge staircase that went up from the earth to heaven. In it, the angels of God went up and down. And at the end of the ladder was God standing. And he said to him, I am the Lord, the God of your grandfather Abraham and your father Isaac. To you and your offspring I will give the land on which you are lying. Your offspring will be as numerous as the dust of the earth. All the people of the earth will be blessed through you. I am with you. I will protect you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to the earth, and I will never abandon you. When Jacob woke up from his sleep, he thought in amazement, actually, the Lord is in this place, and I didn't know it. Then he got up from that place. Jacob wanted to do something to mark that special place. So he took the stone he had used as a pillow and poured olive oil on it, dedicating that place to God, and then gave a special name to that place. He called it Bethel, which means house of God. Jacob continued his journey to where his mother Rebekah told him, the land where his uncle Laban lived. When he finally arrived, he met some shepherds, and Jacob asked them, Where are you from? We are from Haran, they replied. Do you know Laban? Jacob asked. Of course. By the way, there comes his daughter Rachel. When Jacob saw Rachel, he was pleased because he knew he arrived to the right place, and he told Rachel that he was the nephew of Laban, her father, and that his mother Rebekah sent him here. Rachel ran away to tell her father. Laban, hearing the news,
Hey, my nephew.
very happy, went out to receive him and took him home. There, Jacob told him everything that had happened, and Laban said to him, Truly, you are of my own blood. Jacob had already been with Laban for a month, and Laban said to him, Just because you are my nephew doesn't mean you're going to work for me for free. Tell me what your salary will be. Laban had 2 daughters. The eldest was called Leah, and the youngest Rachel. Leah had delicate eyes, while Rachel was a very beautiful woman. Since Jacob had fallen in love with Rachel, he said to his uncle, I offer to work for you for 7 years in exchange for Rachel, your youngest daughter. In those days, the man had to pay or work for the father to marry his daughter. Laban answered, It is better that he marry you and not a stranger.
I agree.
So, Jacob worked 7 years to marry Rachel. But as he was very much in love with her, it seemed like a short time. When the 7 years passed, Laban made a wedding to celebrate, and handed his daughter covered with a veil to Jacob. The next morning, Jacob realized that he had been with Leah and not Rachel. Laban deceived him, and Jacob told him, What have you done to me? Didn't I work for you to marry Rachel? Why have you deceived me? And Laban answered him, It is the custom of our country to marry first the eldest and then the youngest. Therefore, work for 7 more years, and I will give Rachel to you. Thus did Jacob. He worked 7 more years for Rachel. He did it humbly and without complaining because he loved Rachel very much. Until finally, Laban gave him Rachel to wife. And he loved her very much, although he had to work for Laban for 7 more years.